Hi Year 10, let's have a look at question 1. In question 1, you needed to identify the side AB. Now, since it's opposite the right angle and it's the longest side, it's easy to identify this side as the hypotenuse. Question 2. This time we're looking to identify side AC. Now, AC is directly opposite the angle that we're interested in here, the 58-degree angle. Therefore, we call this side the opposite side. Well done if you got that one right. Question 3. Here we need to decide which of the 3 methods below are correct in working out length BC. Well, on the triangle, I would always recommend that you label your hypotenuse, your opposite side, and your adjacent side. The next thing we need to do is decide which of those 2 we're interested in. Well, here we're interested in the opposite because we've got the opposite. We're interested in the adjacent because that's what we're looking to find. Now, which of sine, cos, or tan link the opposite and the adjacent? It's tan, TOA. So tan of 42 is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent, TOA. So tan of 42 is equal to, well, we know the opposite, that's 8.3. We don't know the adjacent side, that's the side BC. That's what we're looking to find. Now here, this relates to the second on the list. Well done if you managed that one. Question 4. Moving away from trigonometry now, this is a probability question. There are 15 toy bricks in a bag. We've got 7 red, 3 green, 5 yellow. Now we're asked to identify the probability of not taking a green brick. Well, there are 3 green bricks. That means there are 12 bricks that are not green. So the correct answer here, you could have written 12 over 15, and that would be correct. If you manage to simplify to 4 over 5, even better. Always look, please, to simplify fractions where you can. Question 5, back to trigonometry. Always label the 3 sides first. So here we've got our hypotenuse, we've got our opposite side, that's the side we're going to be looking to find, and we've got the adjacent, but actually it doesn't look like we're going to need the adjacent for this question here. So we've got the hypotenuse, we're looking to find the opposite side. Which of sine, cos, or tan are appropriate here? Well done if you identified sine as what you need. So sine equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. Now in this case we don't know what the opposite side is, but we do know that the hypotenuse is 10.2. Multiply both sides by 10.2 to give us 10.2 times sine of 20 equals x. Now at this point you'll need your calculator, please, year 10. And you get an answer of 3.4886, etc. So a good answer would be 3.5 centimetres. Question 6. Trigonometry again. So as always, label the 3 sides to start with. We've got our hypotenuse, we've got our opposite side, opposite the angle there, and we've got our adjacent side here. Now in this question, we're looking to identify the hypotenuse, and we've been given the adjacent. So we need to decide which of sine, cos, or tan would be appropriate. Well done if you've identified cos as the right choice. So SOHCAHTOA, so it's adjacent over the hypotenuse. Now in this question we know the adjacent, it's 7.4. What we don't know is the hypotenuse. Now when the unknown is at the bottom, effectively what we're going to do is multiply both sides by x and then divide both sides by cos of 56. But it's sort of like a switch between these 2 here, and you end up with x equals 7.4 over cos of 56. Now at this stage you'll need your calculator, please. You should get an answer of 13.2333 and so on. So I would say 13.2 would be a suitable level of accuracy for this question. Now in this question you'll see that we're given 2 sides and we're looking to find the third side. So this question is not trigonometry, this is actually Pythagoras' theorem. Pythagoras' theorem, quick reminder, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c relates to the hypotenuse A or B can be either of the other sides. Now I'm going to call this side A, I'm going to call this side B, I'm going to call the hypotenuse C. 6.7 squared, now we don't know what B squared is. C is 16. Now in order to find B squared, we need to do 16 squared minus 6.7 squared. Use a scientific calculator for that one, please, and you'll find that B squared equals 211.11. Now that's not your final answer. We want to know what B is, so you're going to square root your answer now to get 14.5. Question 8. Probabilities using a tree diagram. We want to know the probability that one of the postcards delivered within a week. Now that means that one was delivered within a week and one was not delivered within a week. So we could have that the postcard was delivered within a week and the next one was not. Now in order to find that probability, we need to multiply 0.62 and 0.59, which would give us 0.3658. Or we could have the first postcard not delivered within a week and the second was, which would be 0.38 multiplied by 0.41, which would give us 0.1558. Now, since there's two possible roots here, we add these two answers to give us the total probability. Your final answer for this question should have been 0.5216. Well done if you got it right. Question 9. This was an extension task. Very well done if you had a go. So firstly, a reminder that to find the area of a triangle, we need the formula half times base times height, in particular the perpendicular height. Now in this question, we've got the base. We don't know the perpendicular height. We're going to need to find that out. We do have this angle here. That's going to help us. We're going to use trigonometry. Firstly, label the three sides as always. We've got the hypotenuse, we've got the opposite, we've got the adjacent side. Now, since we're given the adjacent and we're looking to find the opposite, tan would be the appropriate choice here. So tan of 50 equals the opposite over the adjacent. So in this case, we don't know the opposite, but we do know the adjacent is 24. We need to do 24 times tan 50 to find that missing side. And you should get an answer of 28.602, etc. Keep that on your calculator screen. Now we need to do half times the base, which is 24, times 28.602. The answer on your calculator screen will be 343.225, etc. The question asks for the answer to two significant figures, which would be 340 meters squared. Well done.